Hey host, Candice here, founder of findinganaupair.com and creator of the Host Hub Facebook group. I am going to do a little video for you now to show you how or what I use to help me booking in my Skype calls with possible au pairs, because I find it a little bit challenging in the messages backwards and forwards, trying to figure out time zone differences, how to fit something into my calendar, fit something into an au pair calendar, dealing with multiple countries possibly, and all that time wasting. So I have discovered a tool, or it's actually sort of through a business suggested tool around an online calendar. So I'm going to show you what I use. So I have set up an account. It's free, a free account with Calendly. So it's Calendly, Calendly, and basically it hooks into my calendars if I want it to. So if, for example, when I'm scheduling in my calls, if I have something else in my calendar, it's not going to allow people to schedule in at that time. And then as au pairs schedule in, those times then are no longer available for anybody else to schedule in, and it does the whole time zone change. So just seeing if there's anything I can show you here on this page. Yeah, it's really easy to sign up to and hook up to your calendar. And if you have a look at the pricing, you'll see, just move me out of the way there, you'll see the free option and what you can do with the free option. I don't need anything else other than the free option for what I do. So I purely have I have a few different email addresses because emails are so difficult to manage these days. So I have one that I use just for my searching au pairs and hosting, or at least for the calendar piece. So let me jump into my account and show you how I've got it set up. So once you've set up a free account, what you can do is choose to set up what type of a session that you want, I guess. So I've got my host family Skype call, and you can see I don't have any events coming up just yet, but I'm getting this ready, updating it so that I can share it with the au pairs that I'm currently looking at as possible au pairs for our next one. So in this event type, it's scheduled, it's a 30-minute call that I've got it in there for. So what is the event? It's a host family Skype call. Location, I've just made a little comment there to see you on Skype soon. And then a little description and instructions. Hey there, please follow the instructions to set up our 30-minute Skype call together. And then this is the link that I can share with au pairs, and I can choose different colors. This is probably the most important part here, is the when can people schedule the event in. So at the moment I'm doing my 7-day challenge for finding my next au pair, and I'm scheduling time aside this weekend for some Skype calls. So the event duration is 30 minutes. The date range that people can book in is 7 days rolling, so I've not got that too far in advance. My local time zone, and so basically I set all this up in my time zone, but whoever I'm sharing it with will see my availability in their time zone. So it makes it really easy for them to see what suits them as well. So this here is setting our availability, so when people can schedule meetings in. So regardless of what I've got going on in my own calendar, I've gone in here and I've selected what times I'm going to make myself available for this weekend for my Skype calls. So I've done that for Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and all day Sunday. So I'm not going to be doing Skype calls throughout that whole duration, but that's the time slots that I've opened up that I'm going to be making sure that I'm at home and ready to go for those Skype calls. Now, I've not got any other sessions available. My goal is to have all my Skype calls done by Sunday and Sunday evening, I would like to be selecting someone. That's the plan. So that then I'm moving through this process fairly efficiently and not having it drag on and on and on. I'll have my partner involved, so he'll join in on the Skype calls, and where my daughter is available and free in her, how happy she is and all that sort of stuff, or, when she's awake, that sort of thing, is then I'll get her involved in the call. But I'm mindful that that can also make it a little bit difficult to really engage with the au pair. So I'll just see how that plays out on where she's at and how she's going. Cool. What else can I show you? So what I mentioned before is I've set these time slots. So as soon as an au pair goes and books something in, so say someone books something on the Friday evening, that time slot will then no longer be available. So what else can I show you? Invite e-questions. So this is another handy one that I've made some minor adjustments to. So I want their full name and their email address when they're booking their Skype call in, so I know who's booked in what time slots. And then I also ask for their Skype name or email so that we can connect before the call, or alternatively if they don't, or an alternative contact if they don't have Skype, because I find that the younger people, international, there's other tools that people use. Skype's not something that everybody has these days. And so if they don't have Skype, I ask them what their preferred place to video chat is and give them a couple of examples there that might be some of the alternative options and ones that I'm able to easily jump on as well. So I have those there that when they're booking in, that's the information they share with me to just make that whole process easier. Notifications and cancellations. So you can imagine how this tool would be great for people running businesses and interviewing candidates or having consults and things like that. Well, we get access as hosts to these features. The free version only has sort of a limited option, but we can personalize an email confirmation so that they've got that confirmation that they've booked in to have a chat with us, and they get an option if they need to cancel the event or reschedule it. So if something comes up and they need to change it, there's some really easy functionality from Calendly to do that. Not really anything else there to share with you that's relevant. Let me see. Let's go and view the live page so you can see what it's like. So when I share this with possible au pairs, they click on the link and they should come to this location here. So basically they can see that it's me that's inviting them, that it's the host family Skype call. Hey there, please follow the instructions to set up the 30-minute Skype call together, so they can select a day. They can then also, so let's say, for example, they choose Saturday, then here are all the time slots they can choose. I've opened up a fair chunk of time because I'm mindful that in other countries that this might be their night or their morning. So they're going to need to figure out what is suitable for them. They should see this in their time zone, so it'll be relevant to what their time zone is, just to make it really, really easy. So I know I've opened up my calendar for what works for me. They can find what works for them and we can meet in the middle, and happy days. We don't have to worry about all these time zone differences. So let's just do one for example. So they can pick a time, confirm, and in here they can go through and put their details in, schedule the event, and then they should get an option also to put that into their own calendar so that they get their own reminders and things like that from their calendar. One last thing, if I go back to my events, so here, so these are my events here, I can copy that, copy link, and that's the link I can share through my messaging with au pairs. Super, super duper easy. So then I just have my message template that I send to au pairs going, hey, you know, I've already sort of asked them if they're open to a Skype call, and then I have the message where I'm like, awesome. To make life easier, I've set up an online calendar so that we don't have, you know, challenges across time zones. If you go to this link, then you'll be able to see my availability and you can find something that suits you. If a time in my calendar doesn't suit them, I also then sort of just say, just let me know and we'll figure something out. And then I can go, okay, do I need to open my calendar a little bit later in the evening? Do I need to do something really early in the morning? That's generally the way it works for me, being based in Australia and typically communicating with people either in Europe or sometimes Canada, US. So hopefully that helps, gives you an insight as to how I set my myself up for success in scheduling Skype calls and saving time. So once you've set it up, then all I've done this time around, because I've used this previously, all I've done is come in here and I've looked at my availability for this weekend coming and made sure I'm just thinking, okay, what plans have I got on the weekend? What do I need to work around? Where can my hubby and my daughter be involved? Block those times out. And now I'm ready to share the invite out to au pairs. Well, I hope that helps. Until next time, happy hosting.